On this 2010 to 2015 Honda Civic with the 1.8 gas engine, B1232 is a climate control code that may point to a problem with how the climate control unit is seeing the evaporator temperature sensor input. The customer may describe a /C operation that seems inconsistent, limited, or not quite normal, but symptoms can vary. The broad possible fault areas are the evaporator temperature sensor, the sensor circuit and connections, or the climate control unit itself. Start by proving whether the code is current. Clear the DTC with the HDS, turn the ignition switch to lock 0, then back to on Roman 2. Run the self-diagnostic with the HDS or the climate control unit, then check for DTCs again. If B1232, or the companion indication used in this same check, comes right back, keep going with the circuit diagnosis. If it does not come back, treat it as an intermittent failure. At that point, focus on loose wires or poor connections in the evaporator temperature sensor circuit before you tear deeper into the system. Next, turn the ignition switch to lock 0. Remove the evaporator temperature sensor and test it using the correct sensor test. If the sensor does not test OK, the diagnostic result is to replace the evaporator temperature sensor. If the sensor is OK, leave the evaporator temperature sensor disconnected and move on to the wiring check. With the sensor already disconnected, disconnect the climate control unit 32P connector. Keep the ignition switch at lock 0. Now check for continuity on the TEVA circuit between climate control unit 32P connector No. 14, BRN, and body ground. This is a short-to-ground check on the wire between the climate control unit and the evaporator temperature sensor. If there is continuity to body ground, repair the short to body ground in the wire between the climate control unit and the evaporator temperature sensor. If there is no continuity, the TEVA wire is OK, and the diagnostic result is to replace the climate control unit. Keep verification separate from the fault isolation. After the repair path is completed, clear the DTC with the HDS, cycle the ignition from lock 0 back to on Roman 2, run the self-diagnostic with the HDS or the climate control unit, and confirm B1232 stays gone. The takeaway is simple. Prove the code is current. Check the evaporator temperature sensor correctly. Then use the TEVA short-to-ground test to separate a wiring fault from a climate control unit fault. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.